Hello everybody and welcome back to some long videos. We finally got a laptop that can kind of process the videos and stuff, in terms of editing software. So we'll see how this goes. Pretty weird getting back into some long videos, but which better way to do it than with the dinosaur and the human pack that we got this month. Was it this month or last month? Late to last month, I think. I do want to be kind of quick with it because there's some stuff I do like with the new character figure or whatever, and then there's the dinosaur, which I think is the main highlight for this 2-pack. And even this guy is cool, but it does have a few minor issues. Not too big, I mean, at least not to me. They're not super huge, but we'll try to make it quick. And we'll start off with, I guess, the raptor handler or whatever he's called. I already forgot. Actually, do I have his box? Let's take a look. Not that one. Not that one. Aha, here he is. Professor Rottclaw is his name, and he looks cool. I mean, I think this is a brand new character that Hasbro has kind of created here, which is cool. We do like them making some new characters rather than just keeping the old, because then you run out of things to make. And I know people are rushing Hasbro to make all these old characters, but give them time, they'll get around to it. I mean, if they put out every character there was without any repaints in the middle, we would have gone through the entire Joe roster in like 2 years. But that's what's keeping Classified alive, is the new characters, repaints, and slowly giving us the characters we want, which is fine with me. I mean, it gives the wallet a break every now and then too. But back to this guy here, Professor Rottclaw. I like this weird skirt piece here. It kind of looks like alligator skin here, so Croc-Master isn't too happy about that, I assume. And there's some cats going around, so if you hear them, that's Waffle. And there's Maple and Cinnamon, so say hello to the cats. But anyway, from head to toe, I don't think I'm going to dive too deep into articulation. I will say the waist is kind of difficult to spin. It does have minor ab crunch in there. The head is kind of limited in range. Going up is pretty decent, but going down due to this armor piece there. The arms are pretty well articulated despite having those shoulder pads. I mean, that's good enough range for me. Nice bicep swivel, double jointed arms, wrist swivels and stuff. And then he can kick forward, which is nice, and out pretty well, upper thigh cut. And then you do have boot swivel there, and then the feet go forward and back, which is pretty neat. For a bulky character, all this stuff, articulation is pretty well. But yeah, details wise, I mean, I like the armor. I like all the scratches going all around him. It really shows that he's been trying to tame these dinosaurs that Cobra has created. And he's had a rough time, but nice little Cobra logo there, and just some padding all around. Some nice details all throughout, which is cool. We do get an accessory, which is this pistol here, which we saw with Croc-Master, so it's a reuse. There you go. He does have this claw thing at the front, which I don't really like. I wish it was kind of, the gauntlet is removable if you remove the, I believe it is. Yeah, it's a separate piece in there. So if you really want to remove it, you can remove a gauntlet, and there you go. The face paint and face application looks very cool to me. Again, nice new character here. Love the mohawk and the white. Looks very cool. He does come with an additional whip thing. Again, it came with Croc-Master, so there we have that. And then we do have an alternate head, which I honestly kind of prefer. I just like the sort of hidden behind the mask, and it's this weird like bandages wrapping around and a little face mask and a little pointy thing at the hat, at the top, I should say. But yeah, looks very nice. Nice little reflective kind of paint there for the lenses. And then we get to the dinosaur, which again, also, he started off the review with this double barrel shotgun, but this is from the Valiver's weapon pack, so it does not come with the figure whatsoever, and it does open, so it's cool. But yeah, I just gave him this gun just to give him a little something else to hold. The raptor here, the Deinonychus, which, fun fact, it is the dinosaur that inspired the Velociraptors from Jurassic Park. They just changed the name in the movie because the Velociraptor sounded a lot more cooler than Deinonychus. And I believe the same year that Jurassic Park released, they found Utahraptor, which was the actual size of the Velociraptors in the movie. There you go. History, dino history. And Jurassic Park, because I'm a giant nerd when it comes to dinosaurs. Anyway, in my goof video, I mentioned a lot how this is very Jurassic World inspired, and it still holds true due to the scales and stuff. Very crocodilian features for the tail until you get up to here, you get a little more bird-esque features. And then they just added these patches of fur, which, you know, I mean, it adds something to the figure and the dinosaur. I just don't like how this patch here just kind of abruptly ends there. But still very nice that they decided to include like some feathering, some patches of feather. And I know I complained about this in the joke video, but it's actually pretty well. I mean, it's not that we know that it had it or didn't have it, but more than likely it might have, because again, they are dinosaurs. They are related to birds and stuff, so why not just include that feature there, which I think is pretty cool. I think one of the issues I run into is the mouth. It only opens that much, which is fine, you know, for a raptor kind of thing. The only thing that interests me is that there's like a pin for the hinge, which is very interesting to see. I do have a Hammond collection one here, and we don't see that weird pin. So aesthetically, I prefer this for the Hammond collection and some of the articulation for this method. For example, the hinges here, like look at all that range of motion you can get, and you can still swivel the head and stuff. You still have that range. Something I do appreciate from the classified dino here is the hinge at the sort of wrist for the dinosaur. We haven't seen that with any kind of the Hammond collection other than like the larger theropods. The tails are both bendy wired, but let's see how much bend this guy gets compared to this guy. I think they were about the same. Yeah, there you go. It's about the same range. And other than that, I mean, they did pretty well with the articulation. Another point that Hasbro added is here at this weird like knee thing. We don't get that with Hammond collection. Some of them do, some of them don't. So this is just an odd one that didn't have it, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, they're all pretty much the same articulation. I mean, let me show you how far up he can look compared to this one and how down it can look. I think that's what frustrated me the most, is how low he can look. Because when you have him pouncing, I mean, he can't really look where he's pouncing. And then, yes, the head is removable and the patch of fur. So if you want to see it without it, there you go. But yeah, just great articulation overall. I don't mind it. This is the only floppy part is the head, because you can see all the innards and stuff, and there's just pieces that aren't really attached together, so aesthetically it kind of breaks the silhouette. If you go forward, there you go, hinge there and swivel, hinge here and swivel, hinge, swivel, pivot, and then the claw does go up and down, rotation at the tail, and you see it is bendy. It does come with additional gear for the professor here. He has this little thing that you put over the neck, and that's why the patch of feathers is removable, and so you can put this on there. You have some additional like armor pieces there and there. I like it, but I'm not displaying it like this, mostly because this is not very secure. Like, it slides everywhere and it like does that every now and then, and this also just kind of pops off. So to that, I just put it aside and we go back to just his normal look. And there is some nice detail, nice paint and stuff, as you can see here, white, the red, nice texturing here, the teeth, the blue eyes. I think they did a very good job on this attempt on a dinosaur. I'm not mad about it. I mentioned the flaws in my opinion, but overall, I mean, he's a good looking dino. I don't like the transition from like this skin texture to the bird. I think if they really wanted to do that, they should have just gone with feathering across the arms. But this is also Cobra we're talking about. They're not perfectionists, so of course they're going to create the most ugly looking dinosaur they can. But yeah, so that's my review on this 2-pack. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys even like this idea of new characters and dinosaurs. I mean, why not? I mean, that just feels very Cobra, especially since they added a Cobra logo onto it. I mean, I'm happy with it. I just love dinosaurs, so everything falls apart. But I just love dinosaurs, so I was like, this is a must pick up for me, and I'm not too upset with the design of his new character. So overall, I mean, I give it a good 8 out of 10, I'd say. Kind of sucks we have a lot of reused kind of weapons or accessories for the handler, but the Raptor is brand new and it's a nice addition to the Cobra forces. With that being said, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in a future video.